it is that time again. It is heading into April, so we are going to be looking at what you need to know, your essential spirit scopes with myself, Tara Diana, and intuitive animal communicator, all sorts of things, wonderful and beautiful and graceful, glorious Nancy Brady. Hey!
Wow, that was an incredible intro. Thank you.
I know. You'd never know I was kind of tired, would you? No.
No, I could you follow me around with that intro, but I'd like a soundtrack as well, like music playing when we're
I felt a little bit like a talk show host, like Bob Barker. And here we have the beautiful Nancy Brady, everyone. Anyway, welcome. Hello, how are you?
I am great. How are you?
It's Easter. That means the Easter Bunny's coming. That means there's chocolate.
This is
Better yet, there's chocolate and peanut butter. So
like your two favorite things and my two favorite things.
I know. So like literally, we can't be bad.
We have to be good. And of course, if we can go to a petting zoo and pet some bunnies on top of that, it would be perfect.
Oh, you know what? There's a bunny that's been some bad person let a bunny go by the elderly seniors homes, and I walk by this black bunny all the time, and I try to convince Mike that we should like make a home under, we could, make it doesn't have to come inside because my dogs would eat it, but we could make a nice home for it under the porch and make it hay and so it'd stay warm. And he was like, rabbits smell. I was like,
you should call the rabbit rescue and they'll come pick them up.
I did, and I didn't hear a single thing back.
Oh.
So someone's feeding him.
Oh,
and I mean, he does not look any worse for wear. So
there we go.
Anyway, here we are. Happy Easter, everyone. On a bit of a happier note, happy Easter. We are going to do the essential spirit scopes. This is where Nancy and I give you the what's what with the coming month for you based on your sign.
Yes, definitely.
What cards are you using?
I am going to be using the Oracle of the Seven Energies cards by Colette Baron Reid.
Which I was supposed to be using too, and apparently they're not. I totally thought these were those cards, and I can't remember. What was their name? Sandra Ann Taylor?
Yes.
And these were something energy. Anyway, that's what I'm using. I was supposed to be using the same deck, but I think someone has kindly walked off with my deck of the ones that Nancy's using. But it is what it is. Who's going first, baby boo?
It wasn't me, people. I did not steal her deck, just so you know.
No, because you have a box, and I still have the box. So.
Okay. All right. You want to go first?
Sure. Let's go with Aries. And, it's funny because we're moving into retrograde. And I am not that person, boo-boo, who like talks all the time about retrograde and oh my God, we're in retrograde. Although it pops up and I'm more aware of it now than I ever have been. And I liked it better actually when I paid zero attention to retrograde. I never know when we're going in and out. And I'm telling this for a reason. Nancy or someone else will always mention, oh, you know what? It's retrograde. And I'll be like, oh my God, and that makes sense for this, this, and this. But when I don't put any attention into retrograde, I'm way better off. If I just think it's human design and we are all just screwed and the communication sucks, then I am just like way better off. If I have to sit here and think about it all the time, I'm like, oh. But we are moving into retrograde, so this should be an interesting read for the month of April.
Very much so. Very much so.
So Aries, you got the sun. This is a beautiful card. It really is. But this card always represents the fire element to me. And the fire element is about endings and beginnings. So I always think of warmth. I always think about, sunshine on you. And what do you do when you feel comfortable in your space? When you feel warm, when you feel like, okay, things are going, good. The sun is shining on me. You are able to see things with more clarity, Aries. So I want you to start thinking about that sunshine coming down, warming you up, toasty on your skin. Use sunscreen if you must, and go and think about endings and being okay with things that are coming to closure, being okay with it because there's something better that comes on down the road. The fire element and the phoenix rising, all those coming out of the ashes, all those things really represent release. They really represent release, and release is always about getting rid because you want to make space for what you need. getting rid of what no longer serves you, make space for what you want to bring to fruition, what you need. And so that sun is all about the recognition of the fire element, Aries, and really sitting in your power and feeling comfortable enough in who you are and where you are at, so that you can leave things behind and bring in something new. That's what I've got.
Oh, wow. That's powerful. I like that.
Thank
That's
you.
good to focus on for April for sure. Taurus, you got shining through.
Aw.
And I really like this card because I feel like it's a very good balanced card. And what I'm getting from Spirit is it's really about taking off that cloak. It's a lot of what Tara was just talking about, what no longer serves you. Take off any sort of fog you have on your eyes or over yourself. Take the cloak off and just shine through and let everybody see who you are, authentically you, and glow. Let everyone see your light. This is a lot about, we tend to spend a lot of our time hiding behind people's expectations, what people think we should be doing or how we should be acting or anything like that. And this card comes in as a reminder for you for April. All the seeds that you've planted, all the work that you've done, it's now time to show it off. Like they're showing me a peacock, strut with your head held high and show everyone how glorious you are. And it's really that simple. It's just about shining that beautiful light of yours for all of April. And you're going to find that everything, as we are what we put out there. So the more you shine, the more you show people your light, the more like-minded, high energy, light vibing people you're going to attract to you. So it's really going to set you up perfectly for May. So I'm going to leave that with you, Taurus.
Love it. And that's you. So you just gave yourself some good wisdom, girlfriend.
That's it. Woo.
Woo. Okay, let's go to Gemini. And when I pulled the card Gemini, I got, oh, broken heart. This is an interesting card. Now, here's something interesting overall, is that a lot of cards, people will say to me, if I pulled a few cards for them, they'll be like, oh, is there only good cards? And there's never any bad cards. And I always like, what do you mean by a bad card? There is no such thing as a bad card. Well, something that says death. And I'm always like, yeah, death is not a bad card, boo. So it's perspective. And so we have to give what we get with the card. And this card talks to me actually more about healing, Gemini, than it talks to me about you sitting in, dis-ease or being uncomfortable. This talks to me more about healing. And the heart is a very complicated, well, organ, I guess, but I'm going to call it a thing, because the heart regulates so many different aspects of us. Not only does it, at a physical level, it pumps the blood through us, keeps us alive. Thank you, thank you. But it, as an energetic, it keeps us sitting in a certain space of what we need to give out, what we need to bring in. And then beyond that, it goes into the mind space, Gemini, and it starts talking about, your emotions and balance. And this card here is saying to you to heal what may not be healed. This to me actually feels like it ties into Aries. The release, so you can move in endings and beginnings. And because here it's saying to you, you know what, take a good look at what you're holding emotionally, mentally. What are you sitting with? And is it something that you are just sitting in emotionally, mentally? Are you just staying there because it's easier to do that? Or are you in such pain that you have to find the tools? The tools aren't coming to you easily, excuse me. The tools aren't coming to you easily, and you have to really reach out and find those tools. And it's funny, Nancy, because you and I had a little bit of a conversation beforehand, and I said, hey, sometimes I think people just forget that I'm in this space. I'm in grief. And you said, well, yeah, because they can't see, that there's a broken arm. And that really resonated with me. It just reminded me that, sometimes the mental and emotional of what's going on within us is not present visually for people, so they walk right past it. So I'm saying to you, Gemini, I'm saying, look at what you're holding on to mentally and emotionally, and move yourself out of that space. Look for the tools. Ask for the tools. If this is one of those opportunities that you may want to go and see someone for guidance, whether it's a counselor, a medium, a psychic, an intuitive, your mom, you just want to say, hey, I'm sitting in a little bit of dis-ease, and what tools do you have that maybe I could use to get out of it? Because that broken heart doesn't do anything for us. It's a lesson for a moment. We can't let it define us. So I'm going to leave that. Which Gemini?
Wonderful. Wow, that was a great reading. That was really great message. So
Thank
definitely.
you, boo.
Um, for Cancer, I want you guys for April to take a deep breath.
Oh, I just did. I was like,
This is a reminder to really step into the current moment, to step into center. April is all about new beginnings and spring and growth and beautiful things, but this card is coming in as a reminder right now for you to take a step back, get centered, get your feet firm on the earth, get planted and going, okay, take a deep breath. How do I want to proceed? You've got everything that you've been doing up until this point, and this card reminds you that it's okay to get present, it's okay to get centered, take a deep breath, and then move forward. It's also a reminder, Tara's been running these incredible summits, and one woman did a beautiful session on breath work. Breath work is such an incredible self-care thing that you can do for yourself. So I want you to remember that too. This can be as simple as April taking self-care time for yourself and doing some of that breath work and just sitting. Because as we set time aside for ourselves throughout the month, it helps us grow and flourish. And we end up with that mind, body, soul balance. So I really feel like this is you coming back to center, realigning everything, getting in your human, feeling good in your skin, doing that mind, body, soul balance, and just do some great breath work. So I'm going to leave that with Cancer.
oh, very important, that breath work. Nice tying that in there. I don't, I always make a bit of a joke when someone does the big sigh. And I immediately go to what's wrong. And I do this with Mike all the time. And Mike's like, nothing. It just feels good
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
Immediately, I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong? Right? He's like,
Yeah.
why does something have to be wrong if I sigh? Again, perception,
Right.
perceived notions, right?
We're back at that perception.
Okay, Leo, my lions out there. What's we got going on? Let's see. Sorry. I was shuffling and it got all kind of caught up. So, okay, the world. Ooh, Leo, heaven's sakes. This is a power card. So the world to me tells me that there is a lot going on, but what they're asking you to do is see the bigger picture. So they're asking you, Leo, to look out there and be like, okay, this might feel a little bit heavy, but you know what? What I don't know what that saying is. The world is at my fingertips. I don't know, but just go out there and look at it from the perspective of I know what I feel drawn to, and I can explore it. I don't have to dive into it. I can explore it. The path, right? We go down the path and we're black and white. It's just got to be this. I say to you, go off into the gray. Go take a side trail, right? Either branch off into a different space and just take a look for a moment and be like, okay, is that something I'm interested in? Is that something that I can bring into my flavor? No, I'm not. Okay, then I can go back on this path. The world has so much energy just in the word itself. When you think about world, you go expansive, right? Right. I don't know what Nancy was waiting for you to say, right? Just say right for me.
Right. Woo. Expansive.
Okay. And so when that happens, how can you tell that we're caught up in the summits and waiting for people's responses? Um, and when we become looking at that space of like, okay, there's this and there's this and there's this, Leo, you have opportunities. And that's something we as humans tend to get kind of lost. We let it be, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, for heaven's sakes, Nancy, what happened here? You get lost in it. You get lost in being human. You get lost being in the moment. You get lost being right here. Thank you, Tony. You get lost, just in your everyday existence. And sometimes not being able to see everything is an okay flavor, but so much better when you can see everything. And that was a little convoluted and a little all over the place. Typical Tara. There you go.
I love it. It worked. It's all good.
Thank you, Boo.
As you were talking about Leo, I pulled this card for Virgo.
Oh,
Waking the Lion. And I love, look how magical this card is. It's absolutely gorgeous. And Spirit's coming in and saying to me, Virgo, this is your month. Let you roar loudly. This is all about channeling that power, channeling that inner spirit, that go get him, sort of. They're showing me literally like a lion running after its prey in the savannah. So what is it you're going to go after in April? And you're going to get, because you've got lion on your side. You've got that energy there. And so call that energy in and just say, yes, I'm awakening that power within me. Listen to me roar, watch me go, because whatever I set my mind to do, I'm going to get. It's mine for the taking. And then don't let go of that mindset. Stay within that mindset, knowing that you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. And that goes for anyone listening on anything, but particularly for Virgo this month. Stay in that really positive, aggressive, wonderful headspace that the world is yours. The world is yours. So take what you want.
ooh, oh, okay. Not gonna lie, I really like that. I'm gonna take a little bit of Virgo's energy and be like, damn, adding that into my space. I love that. I do. I love that a lot. When we started doing these, we didn't really know where we were going with them, but I find that these are very, very enlightening energetically. So I find that when you listen to them, and you know how I am about hearing myself on video, but when I listen to them, I do find that the information is potent. It's powerful. So there you go. You're powerful and potent, girlfriend.
Girl likes to be
Okay, Libra.
potent.
Potent. Potent. Oh, Libra, it's all about the journey. This is a great card for, again, opportunities. Again, to see and really bring to fruition what you are trying to accomplish. Anyone that is finishing up exams in the end of April, anything like that, start looking into, okay, cool. Maybe you're getting ready to take more courses in the summer. Maybe you're like legit graduating and getting ready to go out there and do the adulting. Whatever it is, this is a great time to really think about what you want to accomplish, not for the rest of your life, for the love of the great goddess, but just in the next few moments. What is it? What do I see May looking at? What's my summer going to be looking at? Am I going anywhere? Am I doing anything? Do I need to, step out of the box a little bit here? But the journey can be anything, and it can be a moment or it can be longevity, but it's up to you. And spirits, talking about April, okay, April is great. Think about your journey, but it's up to you how you want to think about that, right, Libra? This isn't about a just going down this path, again, paths again, journey, right? Or is it going about all of this? But I'm going to say this, we can pick and choose as we feel. And if we wake up tomorrow and we're like, yes, April 2nd is just rocking it out here, I'm going to do this. But April 3rd, we're like, oh, that was so passé. That was yesterday. And now I'm going over here. You can do that. That's what free will choice is, and personal responsibility. The journey is yours. What you make of it is yours. Personal responsibility, free will choice, hand in hand. I'm going to leave that with you, Libra.
Nice. All right. Got two cards for Scorpio. I got a jumper, and then
Oh,
I have another card. So the jumper was Heal the Heart. Okay.
aw.
And then the other one I pulled was Spirit of Gratitude. And
Oh,
I do love these cards because I feel that they go strongly together. As you guys know, Tara is a Scorpio. So the minute that I pulled Healing the Heart, I was like, I jumped and I was like, pull another card. But I think they go so beautifully together, because as we
I
work to
agree.
heal our heart, right? How do we work to healing our heart? We work through gratitude. We work through helping heal others. We do all of that. And the fact that there's a lotus flower on this, I love, because it shows new beginnings. It shows blooming. It shows blossoming. And each moment that we can go out there and have a little bit of gratitude for, whether it be a second, a moment in our day, or something incredible like friendship or a loved one, whatever it is that you have in your world, I want you to focus on that with gratitude and approaching it with gratitude. A lot of this comes back to what Tara was talking about earlier with attitude. So as we work to heal ourselves in whatever capacity, is it a childhood hurt? Is it something that someone said something mean to you last week? Whatever it is that happened, as big or small, if you approach it with grace and gratitude, you're going to find that a lot of that hurt can start to sort of fade away a little bit. It dissipates. It starts to get a little bit easier to deal with, depending on how broken the heart is. But allow that lotus flower to come in and help you shine and bloom and grow. And I think that, love and gratitude are a good thing to sort of reflect on for the month of April.
I like that. You remember when I was talking about, I went to that spiritual coffee thing and they were talking about the highest frequency was love. I think I talked to you about this and I was like, absolutely it is. But then I piped up and said, but I really think authenticity is right up there, like side by side. And a woman piped up and she said, you know, there is scientific fact that authenticity is a higher vibration. Now, don't ask me what the hell the scientific fact is, because I don't even know how to look that stuff up, but that authenticity is a higher vibration, a higher frequency than love. So imagine the two of them together. To me, that is powerful. I got goosebumps when I said that. That's powerful.
It is powerful. I love it.
And gratitude, isn't gratitude really everything? Just having that place in your spot. You could be a terrible, terrible person, personality wise or whatever, and still have gratitude, right? Still have some form of gratitude, which means that at a deeper level, you have hope and faith, right? You have a belief structure, but your personality is just not shining. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see how you shine, beautiful.
And moving right along.
Oh, another broken heart.
What? Oh my gosh.
Well,
Well,
I always find most Sages, my husband's a Sag, optimistic, free loving, kind of, whatever. But they're so logical sometimes that they don't look optimistic or free loving. They're like, well, and I'm like, you're a pessimist. And he's like, I am not. I'm real. And we have these back and forth. So this broken heart, though, when I'm looking at the Sagittarius, feeling it, is literally about perspective. It is literally about you and how you see things. It's about choices. It is about, do I sit over here and be like, yeah, you know what? That kind of sucked, but I'm okay. I'm just going to keep moving forward. Or are you sitting over here going, that is the worst thing that ever happened to me. I need to deep dive into that and sit there and smolder, right? Like, it is a choice for you, Sagittarius, how you are going to perceive things, how you're going to move through things. Are you going to do it with joy and be like, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. That can cut like a knife. Or are you going to be like, you know what? This sucked. I almost said something awful there. This sucked badly. And I am just going to like lift my head up and put my chin up and just walk out of it. It's your choice. And the important thing to remember is you have a choice. You don't have to sit in anything physically, energetically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually that doesn't make you happy. Mic drop.
I'm really loving how a lot of these readings are flowing together for month by month by month, because what I got for Capricorn was into me, I see.
Oh, that's a nice card. That'd make a wicked tattoo.
Wouldn't it? I'm thinking so.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll take that with us.
Yeah.
This is really a lot about that as well. It's about perspective, but it's also a lot about looking into yourself. And you hear Tara and I saying this all the time. We really, really encourage people to do the work, right? Look into yourself, sit in that uncomfortableness, definitely sit in the feelings, feel the feels. Don't, distract them with the video games or the wine or the texting or whatever it is. Sit in there, do the work, feel the feels, heal. That's how you heal. It's how you're going to move forward. However, I want you to also focus on the good. I want you to be your biggest champion. I want you to take that little person that's inside of you, that inner child, and sit them on your shoulder and talk to them like you would your best friend and be like, you got this. I believe in you. You can do this. So when
Nice.
yourself, yes, right? When you're looking in yourself, you're not just seeing, oh, I'm broken, I need fixing, I need to do the work, but hey, you know what? I'm glorious, I'm perfect, I'm a goddess, I'm amazing, and tell yourself that, and then be your biggest champion. And so you, it's kind of that, without shadow there can't be light, without light there can't be shadow. And so focus on that, focus on balance, and focus on being your biggest champion, Capricorn. I'm going to leave that with you.
Oh, I feel like that card was for me. I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of what you said in there really resonated with me. One of the biggest things, Nancy, and you know this because you're part of my world in a, I was gonna say in an intimate way, and it is an intimate way, but let's not get carried away. So one of the biggest things is when all this happened with Ryan, I said to you guys, I need to do this not from the spiritual side. I need to do this. I need to do the healing and the work from my humanness. And the spiritual side always helps. That never lets me down, right? Ever. It always keeps me going, keeps me flowing. It lets me express because I feel safe, right? But the humanist part is so important because I don't want to do this one again, right? I don't. So, okay. Aquarius.
I always sing the song when we go to Aquarius.
Me too. I was just gonna say that. Literally, Aquarius is like, it is the
Aquarius.
right? Oh, you went to that part, you brave soul. I went to the angel, the part where I didn't have to hit any like notes. Okay, so Aquarius, what do we have going on for you? What is going on here? Journey.
Wow.
So this really feels to me though about helping others. I'm really getting like a humanitarian kind of feel with this. I'm getting like, okay, I am on a journey to bring people peace and joy and love and happiness. And how are you going to do that, Aquarius? Not by singing. It's going to be literally you doing it from a place of just kindness, just that, holding a door open, paying for someone's coffee, not even smiling when someone walks by, whether they glare back at you, whether they're like, whatever. You know what the nicest thing I think I do for people, and you are going to literally have a heart murmur when I say this on camera, but are you ready? You ready?
Ready.
Okay. I pick up other people's dog poop when I'm walking my dogs. I I literally, if I have a bag that's already going, and sometimes when I don't, and I'm like, you know what, that's just too, this is going to sound so weird, but if, oh, that's too close to the sidewalk, oh, that's whatever. I've already got a bag. I'm picking up 3 dogs poops anyway. Why not just add a little more? And to me, I
That's
just see some kid from
yeah,
stepping in it, or
exactly. I was going to say you're saving someone else, not the ignorant owner who left it there, but you're saving someone else from stepping in it. So that's very kind.
I know, but that, it's a little strange. Sincerely, I feel like I'm talking about Mike a lot in this, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, it's." He's like, "Okay," but I do. I feel like it's just a nice gesture, and it's because people just loathe it when someone's dogs go on there. So I just help out a little bit. Anyway, good old Aquarius, do something kind. You don't have to pick up dog poop, I promise. But having said that, it is all about the kindness that you give that really is about the journey. And it's not even necessarily your journey. It's what you're giving someone in that moment that may help them step into their journey or continue their journey or even, be like, okay, I think my journey is good. I think I've done what I needed to do and I can move into something completely different now. Just a smile can change everything. No word of a lie. Try it.
I love that. I love that.
You like the dog picking poop up.
I-
That's what you like. Hey, if we're not our authentic selves and sharing, then what are we?
Exactly. Exactly. Pisces, we have you last but not least. You got a higher view. This is a very powerful card. I feel again, we're going into like that sort of running messaging, that running theme. This is a beautiful card. I often encourage people to do this when they're doing meditations with their animals, especially birds that fly, is to get on their back and remove yourself from the situation, fly high above it so you're not personally involved in it. And then you can look down from a non-biased point of view and see how to sort it out. See how to sort that situation out. See what it is you don't no longer need and what it is that you need to action and move forward on. The other thing I love about this card is it has an owl. So it's really encouraging you to pull on your wisdom, pull on your knowledge, pull on all of those reservoirs, whether it be your spirit guides on the other side, your past life knowledge. Bring that all forward for your highest guidance and your highest good. And that's going to help you focus on getting through April. Excuse me. If you can remove yourself from any of that personal involvement and take the personal out of it and look at it from the perspective of this isn't being done to me. What is it being done around you? What is it that they've brought to the situation? You know, flip it. Don't take it personal and see who's bringing what to that situation and remove that personal component. You know, a lot of us tend to go to that hurt space and right away we're indignant and it's been done to us, like getting cut off in traffic. I'm sure that guy went out of his way today to cut me off, but you know, he doesn't know me from Adam, but no, what do I know? Maybe he's on his way to see his mother in the hospital. Who knows? Removing yourself from a higher perspective, seeing something outside of yourself, offering grace back to people and whatever it is that they got out of bed that day, bad, good, happy, whatever it is. And you're going to find when you're rising above that and when you're calling on the wisdom of the owl, of your ancestors, of your other lives, it's going to help things unfold with a bit more ease and grace for you for April.
Oh, I love that. That was beautiful.
Thanks. We'll leave that with Pisces.
And that brings us to a close. Friends, thank you so much for tolerating us, watching us. We love, Nancy and I love doing this, and we want to remind you to check out our podcast, Spirit, Angels, and Guides, oh my, on all the platforms that you would get podcasts. Also, please come and join Empowering Intuitive Souls. It's a private Facebook group where we have beautiful, amazing practitioners come in there. Nancy spends time in there. I spend time in there, and we have some new people coming in doing work. Jody's in there. So please come and join us. It's a safe and sacred place to continue to do the work. And check out the Soul to Soul Summit series. They get streamed into there from a Zoom, and we do monthly summits, and Nancy has been participating in them all, as have I. And it's an exciting, exciting time to be metaphysical, to be spiritual, to be looking and investing in yourself. So thank you again. And Nancy, good day.
Good day, Miss Tara. Till next time. Till next month.
Till next time. Check out the podcast, people. Give us 5 stars.
Yes.
We will continue to give you a show.
Thumbs up. Okay, everybody. Thanks for listening.